Okay, I think we can get started. First of all, nobody got coronavirus here, right?
That's a negative.
Nope.
Yeah, I hope the answer is no. I do miss a few students in some other sections, but I need to check with them, checking with them, see if they need any help. Okay, today we're not going to do anything, serious. That's what I would like to see. So we're gonna, okay, first I'm going to just, explain what we're gonna have, how we're gonna have the virtual class and for the rest of the semester. Then we're gonna do a little review for the upcoming quizzes, quiz 3 and test 1. Okay, so then we're gonna do a little bit about Unit 5 as malicious software. So we just, try the features, try different features like a room has to offer, to see how we can take advantage of those features to make our online class smooth. Okay, first of all, dude, this time okay for everybody? So yeah, if
this time is pretty good, I think.
Okay, yeah, so most probably gonna do, exact same time as great, the normal class. So we're gonna meet in the room like on Tuesday and Thursdays, but only a little different. So, I'm going to record a video lecture. So before each class, I'm going to share the video lecture to everybody. So you guys are supposed to watch the lecture before class, and we're gonna spend the online virtual session like for questions and answers. Okay, and a discussion, of course. When are your other session offered? Okay, so I have 2 sessions for this one. One is offered at 12:30. Okay, the other one is at 2 p.m. So I do have a third section, which starts at 5:15. No, it's 5, right? Yeah, it's 5. So, but I'm planning to cancel that section and just let that section to join the two ones I offer. Okay. Let's see. So we don't have to change much on the syllabus. So we don't have final exam anyway, right? So, but of course, all future quizzes and tests will be given online. So I'm going to create online quizzes and online tests. So the first one would be quiz 3. I have actually created quiz 3, but it's only available. I have made it available only during April 2nd to, let's see, basically from this Thursday to Sunday. You have 40 minutes to finish the quiz. Okay, so apparently it's open book. So I cannot ask you not to, take a look at the notes, or you can use whatever resources you have. Okay, and but the question will be asked, and like the online quiz, the Canvas, it has very limited patterns or formats. So I'll try my best, okay, to make your life easier. Okay, so that's quiz 3. So then we're gonna have test 1 next week. Today we're gonna spend some time just to briefly review for the upcoming quiz and test. Okay, so no worries. We have 2 more group labs left. So one will be on Barfel overflow. The other one will be on firewall. And of course, the group project, the research project. So I'm going to post the requirements for the research project. So you guys can start like reading papers and write up the report. Okay, I'm going to make it available shortly. So we also have like individual assignments. I'm going to make that, post to the first assignment like this week. Yes. Do I have any questions?
Nope.
Okay. So
will the quizzes just be open note?
yes, open note. But it's timed.
Will we still be sticking with the schedule for the papers?
Yes. So you're gonna have 3 weeks to come up with 3 or 4. Yeah, I'll give you 4 weeks to come with for the initial draft. Yeah. So and then for the final version, you guys need to do a presentation. So that's what's going to happen in the final week. Yeah. Any other questions?
How much time will we have to do the quizzes?
Oh, so I'll just make the quiz available on Canvas, and it's online quiz. And so for quiz 3, it will be available from this Thursday to Sunday. So once you start, you'll have 40 minutes to finish it for the quiz. And for test, usually you have 75 minutes, like the whole section.
All right.
Will we have the option to present a week before finals week? So I think I got the like email from the university. So we have to give students something to do during the finals week. So that's the reason why. So the presentations are scheduled during the finals week. But given the current situation, so I don't see it's impossible. We'll figure that out. Okay. Okay, so next I'm going to try like the screen sharing feature. So we're gonna do a short review, like for quiz 3 and test 1. So let me go ahead, just share screen.
Yeah, other question real quick.
Yeah.
Since we're doing the essay still, are we also going to do the labs the same way, or?
Oh, yes. Yes, the labs and the group projects is still just group work. So you're gonna do labs like as a group.
All right.
Yeah, two more labs to go.
Can you let us know when you're done with the review for quiz 3, and then be like, this is all we're doing for review for quiz 3, and then this next portion is for the test.
Oh, okay. So
To make a distinct line.
Okay, so let's first do the review for quiz 3. Then the test basically covers everything from like like being covered by quiz 1 and quiz 3.
Right. I
Quiz,
understand.
yeah, test 1 is basically comprehensive. Okay, so how about let's start with review for quiz 3. I'm going to go ahead just share my screen. Okay, let's see. Okay. So you should be able to see the PowerPoint I'm sharing. Yes?
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, so quiz 3 will start from message authentication in unit 2. So that's where we left off. So for message authentication, you guys need to understand what is MAC. Okay, so how MAC might be used to authenticate a message. So I'm not sure if you're still able to like draw the diagram using the word like the online quiz, but if not, you will be asked to answer like a short, just you will see a short answer questions, like explaining how a MAC might be used to authenticate messages, and of course hash function, like the 3 different schemes we can use, like hash function with or without encryption to achieve message authentication. Okay. So like the first one is you use hash function along with a symmetric crypto. And the second scheme is where you use hash function along with a public key in crypto. And the last one is the keyed hash MAC. Basically, it's just you just use hash function, concatenate, just put it as prefix and suffix. Okay, so for hash function, we talked about the different properties, the 6 properties, and among which you guys should understand like why it is so important like for hash function to satisfy, let's say, one-way feature and collision resistant. Okay, that's for collision resistance. That's something we did for lab 2, right? So you should be able to understand why it's so important. Okay, so by the way, have you seen your score on lab 1 and lab 2? And if you haven't, there must be something wrong in your summation. Okay, so I made corresponding comments. So read the comments carefully if you didn't see your grade on the 2 labs. Okay, so so that's about hash function. Okay, next, digital signatures. Basically, this is the technique that's widely used to authenticate sender or the authenticated users. Digital signature. So for this concept, you need to understand how to generate this digital signature. Okay, so the steps taken, and particularly this diagram. Okay, this is on the sender side. This is on the receiver side. So on the sender side, basically, the steps taken, first you apply a hash function to the whole message to produce like the message digest. And then you use your own private key to encrypt it. So to generate so-called digital signature, right? So basically, a digital signature is just, the message digest encrypted using one's private key. Okay, so this is on the sender side. So you also need to understand what's going on the receiver side. So usually the message digest or the digital signature will be sent along with the whole message. And after receiver receives the whole thing, including like the message and the digital signature. So like this is what the receiver can do. So apply the same hash function to the message received to create a copy of the message digest. And also apply the sender's public key to retrieve the message digest prepared by the sender. Okay, then you do comparison here. Okay, like in this example, Bob is the sender and Alice is the receiver. So here, Bob's private key is used to encrypt the message digest, and Bob's public key will be used to retrieve the message digest prepared by Bob and received by Alice, and then do comparison here. So I think I showed you guys, this is something we did in class, the exercise, this diagram. Okay, so you need to fill out, like if I give you a list of notations, something like this, you need to know how to fill out those blanks, okay, to describe the whole process of using digital signature for user authentication.
Do the plus and minus just mean encrypt, decrypt, or is it?
What do you think?
Private key?
Yes, right. So here, key A minus, it refers to Alice's private key.
No, I mean by the
message. Here.
Yeah.
You mean, okay. So here plus is just combined, combined like here. So you got the digital signature and the whole message is combine them together into a whole message and send it over the network. And here minus is just to divide. You see, you divide the whole message into like the message, the original message, and the signature. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't mean to interrupt class time, but one of my group members, Gavin L., he never received an email for this Zoom meeting, so that's why he's not here, which is,
Huh. Okay. Hey, that's interesting. So, okay. So, can you please send the room ID to Gavin?
I'll see what I can do.
Just forward the email onto him.
Yeah, I think.
Good point.
Yeah, just forward the email received. I think I sent it over to the whole class. Okay.
It says there was no email given to him, so,
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Might be right.
You can also just push the invite button at the bottom and then just copy the URL or invitation and just send it to him.
Invite.
Try that.
I'm looking at the email. You sent it to everybody.
Okay. So let's see. Gavin.
I'll send it to him real quick.
Okay, thank you.
Fine if you want to keep doing class.
Okay, thank you. So no worries, the whole lecture will be recorded. It's being recorded. Okay, so next, the public key certification. So do you guys still remember the piece of print? So you need to understand why we need certification authority. So basically a third party organization. So to for authenticating one's public key, to make sure like the public key really belongs to the one who, yeah, the owner. And for CA, you'll need to understand the process of applying for a certificate for one's public key. So basically, what needs to be prepared, what needs to be provided to the CA, and the process of verifying one's public key. So the right-hand side. Okay, so the left-hand side is the process for applying for a certificate, and the right-hand side is verification. Okay, I think that's pretty much all from Unit 2. Then I'm going to share another. That's Unit 3. Okay, so Unit 3, it's about user authentication. Actually, the digital signatures is also used for user authentication, but in this unit we talk more on like the 4 types of authenticators. Something something you have, something you are, and something you do, and the corresponding authenticators. This is the 4 categories. We mainly talked about like the password-based authentication. So here the list of possible attacks towards password authentication. So you need to understand the different types of attacks and how they might be waged, and the possible countermeasures. And if I give you an attack, you probably you need to tell me, let's see, how the purpose and how the attack can be launched, and what's possible countermeasures. Okay, so okay, another key point is about SOT. How actually passwords are managed, stored in Unix or Linux-like system. So basically, like instead of storing the actual password, actually the hash code, the hash value of the password will be stored actually. Like to prepare, to generate the hash code, SOT will be used along with the password. So SOT basically just a random number, okay? So which will be input into the hash function along with the original password to generate the hash code. So in the password file here, if you, do you guys see the slide okay?
Yes.
Maybe
Yeah.
Okay, great.
the middle.
Yep.
So in the password file, you can see the 3 columns: user ID, SOT, hash code. So the SOT being used like to generate the hash code will also be stored along with the hash code. Okay, so in the lower portion of this diagram, so it shows the process of verifying a password. So user, if user wants to log into the system, is to provide the username and the password. The username corresponds to the user ID, and the password the user ID will be used to look into the table. You can see to pull out the SOT and hash code. So this is the password offered by the user. So the SOT will be used again to generate another copy of the hash password and then do comparison. So the whole process, you need to understand how it works. So this is basically how like passwords are are managed and stored in Linux or Unix select system. So if you take a look at the file, like in the folder etc in Ubuntu, two files are related to password. So the first one is called password, PSSWD. So where you will see like a list of user IDs. Like the password used to be stored in this file, but not anymore. So, and the other file is in the same folder. It's an etc called shadow. The file name is shadow, where you can find like the actual salt and hash code of the for the password for every user registered with that system. Okay. Okay, so that's about salt. For remote user authentication, like the main points. Okay, so I think you guys need to figure out what are the two potential attacks are. So the first one is called replay attack or playback attack, and how playback attack might be launched, and what is the countermeasure. So for replay or playback attack, so the answer would be something called nonce. Okay, and the other type of attack is called man or woman in the middle attack. So you know how it works, and what's the countermeasure to mitigate man or woman in the middle attack. So simply put, it's just use certification authority. Okay, so public key certificate. Do I have any question on unit 3? Okay, so that's all. Unit 3. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, just pull out unit 4. Good, we have 34 students. Unit 4. Okay. Okay, here we go. Unit 4. So basically just access control. So the main thing you need to know is just the 3 primary categories of access control policies. So discretionary access control, role-based access control, and attribute-based access control, and what they are and how they work. Okay, so okay, this diagram shows like the multiple layers of security. So, or defense in depth. So like here, it involves like authentication and then access control and also auditing. Okay, so the different security modules in the whole picture. Yeah, get a general idea about how those different modules work together to achieve like security. And then the corresponding access control policy. Let's start from the first one, discretionary access control. So this one, remember I asked you guys in class to come up with more efficient way of organizing data. Okay, so instead of organizing the whole thing to like a sparse access matrix, so we can, we have different choices. So the traditional manner is just to, use linked lists. Okay, so to reorganize like the whole matrix into like a list of linked list. So like corresponding the names for this list is called access control list. So you can see it's just for each file, if you have multiple nodes containing like the users and their corresponding rights. So this is something called access control list. If you list like for each user, like a linked list containing all the files that user has access to, it is called capability list. Okay, so if you're given a matrix like this, you should know how to convert it to like either access control list or capability list. Yeah, I think that's about it. So those advanced topics about access control, you can simply just get a general idea. But you need to understand how it works, like role-based access control, the fundamental idea, how role-based access control works. And for attribute-based. Okay, so I think that's all we have for quiz 3. So I just have you guys to review to fresh your memory. So it's been more than 2 weeks. So no worries. you don't see questions covering them all, but definitely some of them. Okay. Any questions on quiz 3?
So yeah, all 3 of those units will be in quiz 3, or?
Yes. So all 3 of the units will be on quiz 3.
And quiz 3 is April 2nd?
Say that again?
What is quiz 3? What date will it be available?
He's wondering when quiz 3 is.
Thursday.
Okay.
Sunday.
Quiz 3, I'll make available like starting this Thursday till Sunday. You have
2nd to the 5th.
Yeah, you have 4 days to work on it.
Awesome.
And you'll be given like 40 minutes. So once it starts, you have only 40 minutes to finish it. Okay.
How many questions is it?
I will not give you too many questions. So trust me, you can finish all the questions within 40 minutes. Yeah. And the review can also serve as like you do preparation for test 1.
When's
Okay.
test 1, by the way? What date?
Test 1 will be next week.
Sometime next week? All right.
Yeah, sometime next week. Yeah, so all future quizzes and tests will be like on Canvas, like online quiz, online test.
All right.
And we're going to have class on Thursday, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Discussion.
We're gonna meet like at exactly the same time as the normal class. Tuesday and Thursday at the same time, but like again, different formats. So as I mentioned, I'll just record a video lecture and upload it to Canvas for you to watch before the class, and we're gonna use the class period just for question, discussion or exercise. Okay. Okay. Cool. If nothing else, we're gonna move on to the next item. So we're gonna try a different feature, basically just breakout rooms. So would you please log into Canvas and download the PowerPoint for Unit 5. I just uploaded it like this morning. Unit 5, the PowerPoint, and along with the PowerPoint, you can find in the same place the handout. Got the files? Okay, so in the handout, got a bunch of questions, and at the bottom you can see the list of concepts. Try to identify the correct concept, the correct term, and put it into the corresponding blanks. Okay, so next, I'm going to divide you guys into different rooms. Okay, so you're gonna work together to fill out those blanks. By looking over the slides, or some people, they can just Google. Okay, so you can even fill out some blanks just using your common sense. So that's about Unit 5. So we're not going to spend too much time on Unit 5. So it's about malicious software. It talks about like different types of malicious software, like virus, like worm, like Trojan, like botnet. So basically, just you need to figure out like the differences. Okay, the main features, and like the different phases. Okay, so let me try out like the functionality, like breakout rooms. How many people do we have? Okay, 34. That's great. 34. Okay, let's do 11. Okay, I'll just divide you guys like into some random groups. So it's not like your project group. Okay. So let's see. Okay, we're gonna have 11 groups. So what's the time? 45. Okay, we're gonna come back at 3:35. Okay, you got 20 minutes to work on the questions. Okay, so I'll just open our rooms for you guys to join. So after that, you'll be working together on those questions in the handout. I'll travel around from room to room. Okay.
And where these questions are?
Those questions are in the handout, in the same place where you find the PowerPoint.
Unit 5 handout malicious software.docs. Yeah, there it is.
Yes. Okay, so you should have received an invitation to join a breakout room. So please go ahead and accept it. Okay, only Richard did that. Hey, Richard.
Hello.
Hey, are still working on the handout?
We should be just about good.
Okay, great. Oh. Okay, so only Eric has Mac. Thanks, Dylan. Okay, so keep working on it. So I'll just move from room to check in. Okay, I'll see you guys back to the main room shortly. Oh, okay. Okay, so you're working. Okay, take care.
Propagation
Hello.
showed up twice in the keyword. Well,
How's it
Hello.
going?
it's going. We have 4 and 9 left.
Okay, cool. Keep working.
What were you saying, Henry?
Also, the propagation showed up twice in the keywords.
Does it go in there twice?
Oh,
Maybe.
right. It's propagation shows twice. Nice
Is it
catch, but no, I think you only need to use it once.
Okay.
Okay.
I think number 9 would be signatures.
You don't have to use all the words, right?
So does that mean some words we're gonna be using those twice?
Okay. Yeah, right. Let's see. Yeah, maybe. Keep working on. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll see you guys shortly back to the main room. Okay.
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 Oh, you're back.
Sure are.
Have you all finished it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's quick.
That's what we got here.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Oh, so I like you just share the screen, right?
I actually don't know how to share the screen. I have
Who
software
just
that
share the screen?
that was me.
Okay, so it's not that clear. So I'm not sure if you guys see the slides I shared clearly.
Yeah, we did. Mine's just
Okay.
running through my camera because I don't really know how to actually screen share on this application.
I think everybody.
So there should be just like a standard screen share button. However, unless the host gives co-host or certain permissions, only the host of the room can share.
Yeah, I
it
see the
says
button now.
host is disabled.
Oh, okay. Okay, so here on my end, so one participant can share at a time. Advanced sharing. Okay, so who can share? All participants. Yeah, I just switched to all participants who can share. I think you guys should be able to share your screen now. Yes.
Looks like it. Yep.
Yes, good.
That changed Zoom all over the place, so I don't know how to go back.
So you used Zoom before?
I think I figured it out.
So I think there's a button, stop sharing. Yeah, cool. Okay, I'm going to close our rooms, but before that, I'll send a message. Okay, that's a like countdown. It gives people like 1 minute to go back to the main room. That's interesting. That's actually considerate. What's that? I think everybody's back. Hey guys, welcome back. There we go. Okay, so we only have 8 minutes left, and I would like to share your answer with us. So you can share a screen. I think I have give you the permit to share a screen. Okay, cool. I can go ahead. you muted?
Oh,
Okay, I just
yeah.
unmuted you.
Oh, all right.
Eh? It's muted again.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So first one, we put virus for hidden self-replicating software. We got Trojan horse for something that appears useful, but also contains malicious code.
Mm-hmm.
We got a worm, refers to a program that runs independently, can propagate.
Yes. So
What
you
else
guys
we
do
got?
understand?
Malicious
Do you
software
know the
can be considered
difference
from 4
between
different
virus and
perspectives. We got the harm,
worm?
propagation, activation, and stealth. And yeah,
Keep going.
all 15 of those. Number 5, sometimes referred to as infection vector. The infection mechanism is the means by which a virus spreads or propagates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Number 6, sometimes known as a logic bomb. The trigger is an event or condition that determines when the payload is activated or delivered. The 4 phases of a typical virus are dormant phase, triggering phase, execution phase, and propagation phase.
Mm-hmm.
During the triggering, this is number 8 phase, the virus is activated to perform the function for which it was intended.
Yeah.
Number 9, antivirus software takes advantage of signatures in order to detect viruses such as
Yes.
storage patterns and distribution patterns. Number 10, mobile code refers to programs that can be shipped unchanged to a heterogeneous collection of platforms and execute with identical semantics. Number 11, a drive-by download is when a user views a web page controlled by the attacker and contains a code that exploits the browser bug and downloads and installs malware on the system without the user's knowledge or consent.
Okay. Yes.
Number 12, a botnet is a collection of bots capable of acting in a coordinated manner. Number 13, a bot can use a keylogger to capture keystrokes on the infected machine to retrieve sensitive information like passwords.
Yeah.
Number 14, a rootkit is a set of programs installed on a system to maintain covert access to the system with administrator root privileges while hiding evidence of its presence. And last one, 15, boot sector is arguably the best place for a virus to hide because the virus can gain control early in the boot process. And yeah, that's all of them.
Awesome. So, any different ideas?
I don't know, but I think I cut out. Or you cut out.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that.
I think you cut
Yeah.
out.
I think you cut out.
Yeah, I think you cut out as well.
Yeah.
Oh, is he
Good
back?
job. Thank you.
Could you say that again? You cut out.
Cool. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all for today. Okay, so before I let you guys go, do I have any other questions? So by the way, my office hours are mainly on are Mondays and Fridays. Okay, so it's also apparently it's virtual room meeting. So you can find the room ID. I think I posted an announcement on Canvas. So just if whenever you need to talk or you need a special accommodation or whatever help you need, just don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, if the time does not work for you, send me an email. We can figure something out. Okay.
Do we have to turn in the sheet we filled in the blanks for?
No, keep it. Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit more on those concepts on Thursday. Okay, so that'll be all about Unit 5. So it's just a bunch of concepts. Okay, so I'm going to also share a YouTube link a video link, so you guys can, if you want to know more on those different types of malicious software, so you can just go ahead just to watch the video. Okay, so nothing else. So I'll see you guys on Thursday. Okay, you take care.
When you record,
Bye.
Yep.
Yep.
Bye.
Okay.
Would you? Crap.
Yes?
Oh, could you look at the Lab 2 comments?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So the rest of you can leave, so I think you can talk to Jacob.
are you going to be live Zoom streaming when you record your lecture as well? Or you just-
Yes.
Okay. Do you know, is it going to be at the same time or every day?
Okay,
You just-
so here's the case. I'm going to post the video lecture tomorrow. Yeah, usually a day before, like the actual virtual class.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. See ya.
Yep. Okay, nice.
Got Corey in here, but Liz left already.
Okay, just give me 1 minute, Jacob. Let's see. So lab 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some people got docked points for what looked like not doing enough work.
Because of the constrained times
Oh,
on
okay.
the two different things that we had to do at the same time, we split up work among the two different projects.
Yeah, and since only some of us had like the virtual machine prepared,
Okay.
so I was working on the lab while the other two worked on the paper.
Okay, just give me 1 minute to pull out the. So who made the submission again?
I think I did.
Corey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I see it. Oh, okay. Corey do like 80% of the whole work.
Yeah, well, just because everybody else was working on, like, I didn't really touch the
Abstract. For
abstract or the start of the paper. I didn't do any of that research. They were doing that while I was working on the lab because I was the only one with a laptop to do the virtual machine.
Yeah. Just when both things were due were so close together that we just split up the work in a different way.
Oh, okay, but that's not how it works. So you guys should like divide your workload equally on like each assignment, okay, assessment. So
they both just fell in such close quarters that we didn't really have a better way of splitting it up. Corey was able just to work through it so fast. He said it was just such an easy lab that by the time that we were done with the abstract, he was pretty much done with the lab.
Yeah.
Okay. The goal is for for everybody to get familiar with the concept. So
I explained to them everything that was done afterward.
We basically walked through it a second time after he had already gone through it.
Okay.
We know that we're supposed to learn the concept from each lab, so that's what we aim to do.
Okay, I'll consider your case like this time, but,
okay, but in the future,
yeah, but future group works, please just divide your work equally.
Well, will there be any case in the future where there's going to be like two things due at the same time?
I'll try not to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it should be fine now too, because now when we do online meetings, we'll have access to the problem was last time when we were meeting in the lab, I was the only one with the laptop with the virtual machine prepared.
Okay. Okay. I'll consider this case, for this time. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And then you said there's no like real final other than a presentation.
Right. So we don't have
Okay.
a final exam.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'll see you guys on Thursday. Okay. Bye.
Yep.
Great. Yep.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.